Hello, I'm wbz-tv meteorologist Barry Burbank, and I have your forecast for this Sunday night and for the next several days. And it looks like we're going to go through quite a few changes as we go through the next several days, so we'll want to watch the forecast. It didn't get very warm today, and certainly we had that bump in the road as suspected with the rain falling today, with the temperature only getting up to the lower 60s in Boston. It didn't even get up to 60 just west and northwest of Fitchburg, and it did make it to 70 and down in Groton, Connecticut. A couple spots southeastern Mass might have made it to 70, but the reason for that, we had that wave of low pressure come right up from the mid-Atlantic states, New Jersey, just off the New Jersey coast, and it's right over eastern Massachusetts now. You can see the circulation involved, the counterclockwise circulation, so it kept it cool, wet, and damp across much of the area. But there was higher humidity, which came into southeastern Massachusetts. Look at the dew points right now, mid to upper 60s from near Boston Point south. So it's kind of muggy in here, but once that low moves out and it clears out tonight, this drier air from the west will roll back in. So we'll have dew points in the middle 50s tomorrow. We'll be back to dry air. Not as dry as it was a couple of days ago, but still it's going to be drying out from what it is right now, where there is still some showers passing through the region. Those will be lifting northeastward during the evening and moving on out here. You can see they move away, and later on tonight it becomes at least partly cloudy with a moonlit sky, and it looks like the wind's going to pick up a little bit out of the west, so that's going to start to dry the whole atmosphere out. Now tomorrow morning there could be some patches of clouds, some leftover moisture from that departing system, so the sun might go to work on that, some of that leftover moisture, and pop up a few more clouds during the morning. So we'll call it some patchy clouds around for a while in the morning, and then during the afternoon it's certainly be generally sunny everywhere, as a lot of these cloudiness will just sort of disappear and dry up. So that's the deal on tomorrow for your Labor Day. It looks like it'll be a nice clear night, moonlit sky coming up for tomorrow night, but Tuesday some high cloudiness will start showing up in the morning, and then that'll be followed by a few showers and storms popping up off to the north and west during Tuesday afternoon. Now there's going to be a corridor of a lot of rain, probably a northeast to southwest corridor of some pretty good rain setting up here Tuesday night and through Wednesday. Off and on downpours of rain, maybe not as much over southeastern Massachusetts, but it may be right through Boston in areas west and southwest that get poured on here as we go through Tuesday night, Wednesday, and even into Thursday. High temperatures for your Labor Day. Well, they'll be almost 20 degrees higher, in some spots more than 20 degrees higher, especially out in here, which hardly made it to 60 today. It'll be in the lower 80s for highs tomorrow, but cooler along the New England South Coast and the Cape, mostly mid to a few upper 70s there and only 70 at Nantucket. The water is cooled off. It'll be a good beach day tomorrow, but the problem is the ocean has cooled off quite a bit. East coastal beaches on the chilly side in that water with a temperature closer to 60, but it's in the 65 to 70 degree range around Cape Cod. So here we go for the high temperatures tomorrow. Still a lot of hot weather out west, as you can see, although some of the immediate coastal areas have turned cooler from what they have been. Some of this hot weather is going to stream up into New England for Tuesday, but I don't think it's going to make it over 90, but I think we have a shot at 88 in areas near and northwest of Boston. Now let's talk about Irma, which is a Category 3 storm now, gone back up to Cat 3 with max winds of 115 miles per hour. So where's that storm going? It's going to head toward the islands, probably cutting across the northern Leeward Islands. The Virgin Islands are in trouble here, as the National Hurricane Center feels it's going to become a Category 4 storm. So it's going to be a very powerful, dangerous storm for some of the islands here. This is the position Tuesday. This is the position on Wednesday about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, with maximum sustained winds of 140 miles an hour. After that, it looks like it'll still be a Cat 4, but the wind may go down a little bit, but it's going to be probably a devastating storm for the Turks and Caicos, and probably heading towards the Bahamas here as we go through near the end of the week. After that, it's a tough call. Florida, all the way up to the Carolinas, will have to watch this storm very closely, because as it moves in this direction, a trough is coming down here, but interestingly, the jet stream winds and the trough starts to lift northward. At this point, it looks like the storm is going to start curving along the Florida coast and somewhere along the Carolinas, and it may be forced out to sea by this trough, but it's really too early to be confident about that at all. It's so many days away. We have to watch it closely. But I do know we'll have some tropical rains here and some scattered showers and thunderstorms late Tuesday, and off and on downpours with some showers and thunderstorms Wednesday into Thursday morning. And then we dry out and turns refreshing here on Friday with just a slight chance of an afternoon shower, and kind of cool next weekend with highs only in the middle 60s, but there should be quite a bit of sunshine next weekend. That's the way it's shaping up right now. You can watch WBZ News at 6:30 and 11 o'clock tonight, And you can also watch it at 8 o'clock on My TV 38 for the latest news and weather updates. Have a nice Labor Day.